Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Truro Raceway. The temperature in Truro this afternoon is 3 degrees Celsius. Under clear skies, today's track condition has been rated good with a 1-second allowance. The card this afternoon is conducted under the rules and regulations of the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. The senior judge this afternoon is Kevin Kroll, associates Alex Monroe and Mike Ellsworth. We only have 3 equipment changes to report thus far on today's program. In the first race, race 1, number 1, Mama Tried. It's a bridle change from closed to open hood with cups. Then over in the 7th race, number 1, Wildcat Jet. Changing bridles, closed to open hood with cups. And also in race 7, number 4, No You Didn't Blue Chip. Is changing bridles open to closed. Those are the only changes thus far. Post time for the first race set for 1 p.m. The windows are now selling. Horses coming onto the racetrack and on parade for the first race of the afternoon. Number 1 is Mama Tried, owned by Chris Davis. Kirk Paris driving. The 2 is Pictonian's Derby. Bernard McCollum will drive for Paisley McCollum. Ozzie and Emmons McKay, the owners. Tammy McKay driving from post 3, Super Shadow. The 4 is Put It On the Card, owned by Steve Morton. Dale Spence in charge. The 5, Pick and Scoop, has Paul Langell at the controls for Donna Wilson and Don Anderson. Number 6 is Wine After 5, Nick White driving for Steve Morton. And number 7 is Western Scott. Ernie Laffin out the lines for Arlene Gillis and Logan Laffin. Post time for the first in 6 minutes. Well, 3 minutes, 3 to post time. Only 2 minutes, 2 to post time. Final call for wagering down to 1 minute. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moving up for the first race. It's post time. Race number 1 of the afternoon, top of the stretch, has Mama Tried, Pictonian's Derby, Super Shadow, put it on the card, Pick and Scoop, 1 after 5, and Western Scott. They're off and pacing. Mama Tried at the rail away quickly, grabs the early lead on the outside. Wine after 5 leaves the Derby down on the inside, getting a pocket tuck is Pictonian's Derby. Crossing over from post 7, Western Scott will find room at the rail. In the 4 spot, away 5th is Super Shadow. Unhurried 6th is Pick and Scoop, and out the back of the field, that's put it on the card. Into the backstretch. First time as they race out of the opening quarter. It's Mama Trot on the front end, leading it by a length and a half. Pictonian's Derby looks at it from the pocket, outside up parked. 1 after 5 is racing 3. Inside and pacing 4th, that's Western Scott. Back in 5 is Super Shadow. Then Pick and Scoop and put it on the card is losing contact at the back of the field. 29 seconds was the opening quarter. They move off the top turn and race into the stretch now as they approach the halfway point. Mama Tried continuing to chart the path. Pictonian's Derby getting a golden trip in the pocket. Second, Western Scott looks at it from 3. Then Super Shadow has 4. Up on the outside, first up is Pick and Scoop in 5. 6th is 1 after 5. And now Picking it up at the back of the field is Put It on the Card as they race into the lower turn on past the 5/8. They continue into the backstretch. Mullet Tried is still showing the way. Pictonian's Derby yet to move out of the pocket outside. Western Scott is now uncovered third at the rail. Super Shuttle fourth. Pick and Scoop now coming 3 high from 5. Put It on the Card is now the sixth one. 59 4 was the half as they arrive at the 3/4 mile mark. Out of the pocket comes Pictonian's Derby, looking to take over the lead from Mullet Tried as they race on to the 7/8. It's still Mullet Tried with the lead. Outside, Pictonian's Derby is second. Pick and Scoop continues to gain ground, is sent 3 high fourth. Put It on the Card follows in 5. They race off the top turn and taking over the lead as they turn for home is Pictonian's Derby, but Pick and Scoop is right there far outside. That is Put It on the Card closing in. Through the stretch they come. Pick and Scoop, Put It on the Card. Pick and Scoop, Put It on the Card. Pick and Scoop wins it. Put It on the Card second. Pictonian's Derby third. Just a reminder to horsemen that fenders will be required this afternoon starting in the third race. Back in front of the grandstand, the first race winner, number 5, Pick and Scoop, a 10-year-old gelded son of Better's Delight, owned by Donna Wilson and Don Anderson, trained by Toby McDonald and driven by Paul Angel. Pick and Scoop in 2:03 3/5. Super Shadow fourth, 4 Put It on the Card second, 5 Pick and Scoop the winner, 6-1 after 5 7th, and 7 Western Scott was 6th. Quarter in 29 seconds, the half 59 and 4, 3/4 in 131 and 2, the mile in 203 and 3/5. Top down 534 2176. 542 try, return 4270. The 54 exactor 1220. Upcoming in races 2 and 3, the early double, no changes. Post time for the second race in 8 minutes. Don't forget, we'll be making several second chance draws this afternoon for a chance to win a prize. Just fill out your name and phone number in the back of any non-winning ticket and drop it into one of the draw drums and have a chance to win a door prize this afternoon. There'll be several draws throughout the afternoon. Here are the starters in the second race, a $4,500 claiming pace. Number 1 is Mortal Kombat, owned by rider Matthews Renison and Andrea Renison. Dale Spence driving. Paul Angel on 2, Shadow Phil, owned by Devin and Chuck O'Connor. Making his final career start this afternoon, 14-year-old Beach Fighter A is owned by Debbie Ellis with Todd Trites driving. Darren Crow's aboard 4, PH Powerful for Hugh McKay. Always Reese is the 5, Robert Laughlin for Andrea and rider Matthews Renison. And Dinger 2 is the 6, Robbie Smallwood for Sherry McKinnon. Less than 6 minutes. Now coming out of the track is the 2, Shadow Phil. Less than 3 minutes, less than 3 to post time. Final call to wager on race 2, 1 minute. Second race entry is now lining up behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Second race, top of the stretch, has Mortal Kombat, Shadow Phil, Beachfighter A, PH Powerful, Always Reese, and Dinger 2. They're off and pacing on the inside. Mortal Kombat away quickly. Will grab the early lead. Shadow Phil on the outside is second, crossing over third. That's Beachfighter A to take a tuck in the pocket. Then gapping out there a bit in the fourth spot is PH Powerful. Back there in five is Always Reese, the early trailer, Dinger 2. They move into the backstretch for the first time as they race to the opening quarter. Shadow Phil on the outside. Now driving up, looking to take over the lead from Mortal Kombat. On the inside, third is Beachfighter A. Next in line, PH Powerful. Looks at it from four. Racing in five is Always Reese, and Dinger 2 is at the back in sixth. Single file as they make their way midway around the upper turn. 28 and 2 was the opening quarter. It's Shadow Phil leading them into the stretch now for the first time as they approach the half. Mortal Kombat in for the pocket ride second. Beachfighter A is third. There goes PH Powerful starting up uncover to the outside fourth, providing cover in five to Always Reese, and still trailing the field is Dinger 2 as they race into the lower turn on their way down to the 5-8. Shadow Phil in control, now being prompted along with the first up attacker, PH Powerful in the pocket, locked up in three is Mortal Kombat, getting a second overtow into contention. Fourth is Always Reese, shuffle back, locked in. Fifth is Beachfighter A, and outside in six is Dinger 2, the half, 59 and 1/5 second. 3 in, 3 out as they race on past the three-quarter mile mark on the outside. PH Powerful sticking ahead in front now. At the rail is Shadow Phil. Always Reese is right there on the outside third. Dropping back in four and locked up is Mortal Kombat. Dinger 2 on the outside is racing from five. They continue on past the 7/8 and battling back on the inside. Shadow Phil looking to reclaim the lead as they turn for home. PH Powerful the outside, and coming wide is Always Reese third. They straighten out for the payoff. 129 and 3/3. PH Powerful has the lead. Always Reese the outside. Dinger 2 the far outside. Down the stretch, PH Powerful holding on to win it. Second is Always Reese. Looks like Mortal Kombat on the inside third. Operating back, the second race winner, number 4, PH Powerful, 9-year-old bay daughter of Liz Mara, owned by Hugh McKay, trained by Hugh and driven by Darren Crow. PH Powerful, 201 and 4/5. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could draw your attention down trackside, parading back is one of two retirees on this afternoon's race program. This one is Beach Fighter A. Made his final start this afternoon. The 14-year-old Bay Gelding is by Jenna's Beach Boy out of the Thokies Adam Dam like an Adam. He was bred by the Masters Bloodstock of Liverpool, Australia, and he was foaled in Australia on October the 18th of 2004. Over his career, Beach Fighter A made 330 lifetime starts, 36 wins, 41 seconds, and 60 third-place finishes, with earnings in excess of $340,000. Beach Fighter took his lifetime mark as an 8-year-old at the Meadows on the 5/8 mile track, pacing in 1:51.4. Trackside were Kelly McCacken and Penny Wesley making the presentation to the retiree Beach Fighter A. Here is the complete rundown of race 2. Number 1, Mortal Kombat 3rd, 2, Shadow Phil 5th, 3, Beach Fighter A 6th, 4, PH Powerful the winner, 5, Always Race 2nd, and 6, Dinger 2 was 4th. The quarter 28-2, the half in 59-1, 3 quarters in 129-3, and the mile in 201 4/5. For the top, 356, 124. 451 try in race 2, $112 even, 45 exactor 2020. Third race coming up. No changes to report in race 3. It will feature superfecta wagering. The carryover $27.23. Post time is in 7 minutes. Our first second chance draw winner of this afternoon goes to Mike Kimball. Mike, you can pick up your prize in the race office. Horses now entering the track for the third race. Number 1 is Stature Sealster. Kirk Paris driving for the CC Stables. Dave Suttle, Anthony Repshell, and Wallace Cameron, the owners. Dale Spence driving. Number 2, Logan. Rodden Goldigger is the 3. Todd Trites up for Donnie Ellis. The 4 is Elm Grove Matty. Nick White will drive for owner Steve Morton. Our second retiree this afternoon, Montreal Phil, the 14-year-old gelding from post 5, gets Darren Crow for Don Ellis Abbott and Jeff Ellis. Salisbury Quick, number 6, Robert Laffin will drive for Cindy and Joey Green. 7 is Arizona Bucks, Paul Angel for owner Phil Pinkney. And Doug Polly Jr. and Sr., the owners of 8, Brookdale Buster with Bernard McCollum in the driver's seat. 4 minutes to post time. Only 3 minutes. Only 2 minutes, 2 to post time. It's post time for the third race. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's on the move. Third race of the afternoon has Stature Sealster, Logan, Rod and Goldiger, Elm Grove Matty, Montreal Phil, Salisbury Quick, Arizona Bucks, and Brookdale Buster. They're off and pacing. At the rails, Stature Sealster away quickest of all to grab the early lead. Crossing over to grab a seat is Logan. Second on the outside, racing third. That is Montreal Phil. Outside in four is Elm Grove Matty. Inside and moving up now is Rod and Goldiger. Into the backstretch now for the first time as they move on to the opening quarter in Stature. Sealster opening up a quick 4-5 length advantage as they race on past the opening quarter. Montreal Phil gapped out second, followed third at the rail by Logan. Then looking at it from four is Rod and Goldiger. Parked out in five, Elm Grove Matty. Sixth along the rail is Salisbury Quick. Then back in seven, Arizona Bucks and Brookdale Buster is sitting at the back of the field. The quarter in 28 seconds flat. They move off the top turn, entering the stretch now as they approach the halfway mark. And in control as they race up to the half is Stature Sealster, still clear by some 5-6 lengths. Second is Montreal Phil, and racing in three on the inside is Logan. Moving up on the outside in four is Rod and Goldiger. Then Salisbury Quick has five. Elm Grove Matty in sixth. Seventh to the outside as they continue into the backstretch is Arizona Bucks and Brookdale Buster trailing. Halfway home in 56 seconds flat on through the backstretch. Stature Sealster now closing in is Montreal Phil second. Back there in three is Rod and Goldiger. Fourth and moving up on the outside is Salisbury Quick. They race past three quarters and Montreal Phil has collared Stature Sealster as they head on over to the 7/8. It's Montreal Phil, Stature Sealster second. Then Rod and Goldiger is pacing along third. Salisbury Quick outside is next in line for three quarters in 1:27.1. On eighth left to Calvin the retiree. Montreal Phil opening up now by four as they turn down the lane for the final time. It's Montreal Phil back second, Stature Sealster, and Montreal Phil will go out a winner. Clear by some 5 lengths. Second is Stature Sealster. Looks like Rod and Goldiger holding out of the show spot. The inquiry in the third race, judges looking at the start involving four Elm Grove Matty for possible broken equipment before the start. Please note there will be a complete pari-mutuel refund on all tickets involving 4 Elm Grove Matty here in the third race. Elm Grove Matty suffered broken equipment before the start. Now putting back in front of the grandstand, here's number 5, Montreal Phil, 14-year-old bay gullet son of Blissful Hull over the Matt Scooter Dam. Matter of style by Don Ellis Abbott and Jeff Ellis, trained and driven by Darren Crow. Montreal Phil making his final career start a winning one for his 20th victory of the year in 28 seasonal starts. The mile in 1:58 and 3. The son of Blissful Hull, Montreal Phil, was bred by Bammy Farms of Hudson, Quebec, and he was foaled on April 15th of 2004 in Lemieux, Quebec. Montreal Phil has posted some incredible stats over his lifetime career. He made 285 career starts. Today was his 89th lifetime victory, 40 second place finishes, and 31 third place finishes. An amazing win percentage of 31%. He also finished in the top 3, an amazing 56% of his races. Montreal Phil ending his career with over $737,000 in lifetime earnings. Kelly McCacken, along with Penny Wesley, trackside, joined by Steve Morton, making the presentation to the retiree, Montreal Phil. Here's the official rundown of the third race. 1, Stature Sealster second, 2, Logan was 8th, 3, Rodden Goldigger third, 4, Elm Grove Matty 7, 5, Montreal Phil the winner, 6, Salisbury Quick 4th, 7, Arizona Bucks 5th, and 8, Brookdale Buster 6th. Quarter in 28, the half 56, 3 quarters in 1:27 and 1, the mile in 1:58 and 3/5. Top down, again 283, 71, 456. 513 try, $15.40. The 5-1 exactors, $6.70. And the 4-5 daily double, $13.30. No winning Superfecta tickets sold in the third Superfecta carryover at $38.15. Fourth race coming up. No changes. Post time for the fourth in 7 minutes. Here are the starters in the fourth race. One is Softic Sister, owned by Donald Beaton. Rodney Gillis driving. Darren Crow drives the 2 Silver Hill King, owned by Don Ellis Abbott. And as Acadian from post 3, owned and driven by Robbie Smallwood. CC Stables, the owners of 4, Dusty Lane Ms. Vicky, with Kirk Paris up. Giant Slayer the 5, Robert Laffin for Ian McDonald. 6 is Walbert over the CC Stables, Dale Spence driving. Ernie Laffin sits behind 7 Jerry's Beach for owner Kerry Saunders. And the 8 Fedora, Paul Angel for Pam Moore. Post time for the fourth in 3 minutes. Our second winner this afternoon of the second chance draw is Doug Goodall. Doug, you can pick up your prize at the race office. Racing fans are invited to an open house at the Ellis Stable after the races this afternoon. Go and meet the retirees, Beach Fighter A in Mortal Kombat, and enjoy some retirement cake. That's at the Ellis Stable. It's in the old Stanfield barn next to the paddock. Less than 2 minutes. Last call, less than a minute. Home Hardware Building Center starting gates now moving for the fourth race, post time. Fourth of the afternoon has Saftic Sealster, Silver Hill King, NS Acadian, Dusty Lane Miss Vicky, Giant Slayer, Walbert, Jerry's Beach, and Fedora. They're off and pacing with Saftic Sealster at the rail, sprinting out to grab the early lead. Outside, Dusty Lane Miss Vicky gets away second. In the pocket third, that's Silver Hill King. Outside and wide fourth for Giant Slayer. Fifth at the rail is NS Acadian. Crossing over and finding room at the rail is Jerry's Beach in sixth. Unhurried seventh is Walbert, and at the back, that is Fedora. Into the backstretch, first time as they race on to the opening quarter, and they're led by Saftic Sealster. Parked to the outside and racing second, Dusty Lane Miss Vicky. At the rail and looking at it from 3 as they continue on now to the 3/8. That is Silver Hill King outside, and going the long trip is Giant Slayer fourth, fifth inside. As they continue on past the 3/8 and off the top turn is NS Acadian. Inquiry sign posted. 29-4 was the opening quarter. They swing into the stretch now with Dusty Lane Miss Vicky, the new leader, as they approach the halfway mark. In the pocket second, Saftic Sealster outside, and racing third, Giant Slayer. Fourth of the inside for NS Acadian. Moving off the rail and with cover in 5 is Silver Hill King. Sixth along the rail for Jerry's Beach. Then back to the trailing pair, Robert and Fedora, as they race into the backstretch. Final time, the half, a minute, 1/5. On to 3/4, led by Dusty Lane Miss Vicky. Now out of the pocket comes Saftic Sealster to challenge second. Along the rail and racing third, that's NS Acadian. Fourth inside, Jerry's Beach will need room. 3 high from 5. As they continue past 3/4 is Silver Hill King as they race now to the 7/8. Up on the outside and coming wide as they race on to the 7/8. That is NS Acadian in the 3 wide path, looking to take over the lead. 1:31-4 was the 3/4. Fighting at the rail is Dusty Lane Miss Vicky. They turn for home. NS Acadian, Dusty Lane Miss Vicky. From the back comes Fedora. On down the stretch they come, and to the outside, NS Acadian has taken the lead down in the passing lane. That is Walbert at the line. It's awfully close. A 3-way photo for win. Dusty Lane Miss Vicky, Robert, and NS Acadian. The inquiry in the 4th race, the judges reviewing racing action. Going to the 8th, involving 4 Dusty Lane Miss Vicky and 1 Saftic Sealster. As a result of the inquiry in the fourth race, the first place finisher for Dusty Lane Miss Vicky will be placed fifth for causing interference to one Saftic Sealster approaching the 3/8. That's for Dusty Lane Miss Vicky. Finish first will be placed fifth for causing interference to Saftic Sealster. Number 6, Walbert, who was second, will be placed first. Reporting back in front of the grandstand, the fourth race winner already placing, number 6, Walbert, 10-year-old Bay-Gullet son of Omar Khayyam. Home with the CC Stables, trained by Nick White, driven by Dale Spence. Walbert in 2:03 and 4/5. Race 4 is official. 1 Saftic Sealster finished 5th, placed 4th. 2 Silver Hill King 8th, 3 NS Acadian 3rd place 2nd. 4 Dusty Lane Miss Vicky 1st placed 5th. Causing interference to Saftic Sealster. 6 Giant Slayer, or the 5 Giant Slayer was 7th. 6 Walbert 2nd placed 1st. 7 Jerry's Beach 6. 8 Fedora finished 4th placed 3rd. The quarter in 29 and 4. The half a minute 1/5. 3 quarters in 1:31 and 4. And the mile in 2:03 and 4. For the top after the placings, your card is 482-571-63. Triactor 6-3 all, returned $315.80. The $1.63 exactor returned $113.35. And the superfecta is a carryover of $52.50. Fifth race coming up. There are no changes in the fifth, 8 minutes. Now the starters in the fifth race. Number 1 is Chocolate Terror. Over David Livingstone. Darren Crow driving. Todd Trites for Malcolm McCacken on 2, Tiger Town. The 3 is Badlandia with Kenny Parker Jr. at the controls for Paula White. Bernard McCollum will drive for Brookdale Jim. He's owned by Doug Foley Jr. and Sr. Aries Aiden is the 5, owned by Donald Beaton and Adam Pond. Rodney Gillis will drive. Ernie Laughlin will pilot Jasmo from post 6 for owner Gregory Francis. Kurt and Bria Harper, the owners of 7, Stars Above. Dale Spence at the controls, and SF Razamataz is the 8, owned and driven by Mark Whidden. Co-owner is Barry Whidden. Post time is in 6 minutes. Less than 3 minutes, less than 3 to post. Less than 2 minutes. Final call at the windows, less than a minute. Our next two winners in the second chance draws this afternoon, Elizabeth Hallahan and Kyle Burton. You can claim your prizes at the race office. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moving up into position for the fifth race. It's post time. Fifth race, top of the stretch, Chocolate Terror, Tiger Town, Badlandia, Brookdale, Jim Aries Aiden, Jazzbo, Stars Above, and SF Razzmatazz. They are off and pacing along the inside. Chocolate Terror out in search of the early lead. Also driving up on the outside. Brookdale Jim gets away second. Wide third is Aries Aiden. Far outside and hustled up is Stars Above. Intent on grabbing the lead as they race into the backstretch on their way to the opening quarter. Brookdale Jim has the top on the outside. Stars Above racing as second. Aries Aiden has found a spot at the rail third. Next in line, Chocolate Terror fourth. Looking at it from 5 and early going is Tiger Town. Outside SF Razzmatazz has 6. Back in 7. That is Badlandia. The early trailer is Jazzmo. They continue on to the 3/8 and Stars Above is the new leader. Has it a length and a quarter on Brookdale Jim. Aries Aiden holding down the 3 spot. The opening panel was 28 and 2/5 seconds. Back fourth is Chocolate Terror as they swing off the top turn. Now coming to the outside is Tiger Town first over from 5. Followed 6th on the outside by Badlandia. 7th is Jazzbo, and at the back of the field SF Razzmatazz. They race into the lower turn. Continuing on to the backside for the final time, Stars Above in control. Brookdale Jim content to follow along in the pocket. 58-1 was the half. Working first over RE's 8 and 3rd. Along the rail, that's Chocolate Terror. Locked up in the 4 spot. 5th and now coming 3 high is Tiger Town. 6th along the rail is Jasmo. Then Badlandia and SF Razzmatazz. They arrive at the 3 quarters, and Stars Above is still the boss. 2nd Brookdale Jim. 3 high. Tiger Town 3rd. They continue on now to the 7/8, and it's still Stars Above with the lead on the outside and in the 3 wide path as they continue past the 7/8 is Tiger Town. Now coming out of the pocket is Brookdale Jim. 3 wide as they turn for home. 128 2 3/4 on the far outside. That's Tiger Town looking to take over. Battling back is Stars Above, and Stars Above will win it. 2nd is Tiger Town, and 3rd Brookdale Jim. Now back the 5th race winner, number 7 Stars Above, an 8-year-old. They got a ton of 4 Stars Shark, owned by Kurt and Bria Harper of Truro. Trained by Kurt Harper, Dale Spence in the bike, his 2nd winner of the afternoon. Stars Above, 159 and 2/5. Race 5 is official. 1 Chocolate Tear 4th, 2 Tiger Town 2nd, 3 Badlandia 6th, 4 Brookdale Jim 3rd, 5 Aries 8 and 5th, 6 Jasmo 7, 7 Stars Above the winner, and 8 SF Razzmatazz 8th. 28 and 2 the quarter, half 58 and 1, 3 quarters, and 128 and 2 in the mile, and 159 and 2/5. Top down 426 357 18. 724 try in the 5th race, $76.40, 72 exactor, $14.20. And the superfecta, 20-cent winning ticket, 7, 2, 4, and 1, returned $85.91. Upcoming in races 6 and 7, the late double, no changes in race 6. 7th and final, bridle changes on 1 Wildcat Jet, closed to open, hood with cups. And 4, No You Didn't Blue Chip, from open to closed. Post time for race 6 in 8 minutes. Here now the starters in race 6, number 1, PH Hippie, owned by Dr. Jim Shive, Darren Crow driving. Distinctive Rusty from post 2, owned by Andrea and Ryder Matthews Runnison with Dale Spence up. Electric Sill is the 3, Robert Laughlin for Andrea and Ryder Matthews Runnison. Chantel Gillis and Dana Ghetto, the owners of 4, Rusty Riley with Paul Langell driving. Ernie Laughlin's aboard 5, Preceptor, owner is Roseanne Langell. And number 6, Rambling Lily, owned by Norm Legier and Alan Jones with Todd Trites doing the driving. Post time in less than 6 minutes. If you're looking for a stocking stuffer for Christmas, why not pick up a Truro Raceway t-shirt? They are on sale this afternoon in the race office, only $20 each. That's stocking stuffers, Truro Raceway t-shirts, only $20 in the Raceway office. Only 3 minutes, 3 to post time. Less than 2 minutes, less than 2 to post time. Final call, less than 1 minute. Sixth race entries now moving in behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Race 6, top of the stretch, has PH Hippie, Distinctive Rusty, Electric Sill, Rusty Roddy, Preceptor, and Rambling Lily. They're off and pacing away quickly. Rusty Roddy shoots out to grab the early lead. PH Hippie at the railway second, outside Rambling Lily third. And on the inside, Distinctive Rusty gets away, racing in 4. Then back there in 5 is Electric Sill, and trailing the field, Preceptor. Onto the backside, first time as they head out of the opening quarter. It's Rusty Roddy on the front end, leading it by a length and a half. Rambling Lily sits in the garden spot. Then next in line, PH Hippie looks at it from 3. Distinctive Rusty holds down the 4 spot. Then Electric Sill has 1 beaten. That's Preceptor as they race on. Single file to the 3/8. No change in the front end. Rusty Roddy and Rambling Lily. They still sit 1-2, followed third by PH Hippie. Then Distinctive Rusty is racing along in 4 to the outside. From 5 comes Preceptor. They race on through the stretch and up to the halfway mark. 29-1 was the quarter, and Rusty Roddy is still in control. Staying in the pocket is Rambling Lily, mounting the first overbid. Now here comes PH Hippie up on the outside, providing cover to Distinctive Rusty. Then Electric Sill, and at the back is Preceptor. They continue on to the 5/8, the half a minute and 3/5 seconds. Rusty Roddy leads them into the backside. Final time. Second at the rail is Rambling Lily. PH Hippie grinding it out uncovered third. On the inside fourth, that is Electric Sill. Distinctive Rusty outside from 5. They head past the 3/4 now, and Rusty Roddy soon to be confronted by the pocket sitting at Rambling Lily, who abandons the pocket at the inside. Racing third is Electric Sill. They continue on to the 7/8, and Rusty Roddy still there. Rambling Lily outside second. 1:30-1 was the 3/4 and 1/8 left to come as they turn for home, and it's Rusty Roddy trying to hold the lead. Rambling Lily on the outside second, Electric Sill third. Down the stretch, it's Rusty Roddy, and Rusty Roddy will not be denied. Winning it by 2.5 lengths. Second is Rambling Lily, and third, Electric Sill. Operating back is the winner of race 6, number 4, Rusty Roddy, 7-year-old chestnut gelded son of Blissful Hall, owned by Chantel Gillis and Dana Ghetto. Trained and driven by Paul Angel. Paul's second winner on today's card, Rusty Roddy, 1:59 3/5. The winner in today's Chase the Ace draw was Sandy Shearer. Race 6 is official. 1 PH Hippie 6, 2 Distinctive Rusty 5th, 3 Electric Sill 3rd, 4 Rusty Roddy the winner. 5 Preceptor 4th, and 6 Rambling Lily was 2nd. 29 and 1 the quarter, half a minute 3/5, 3/4 and 1:30 and 1 the mile, 1:59 and 3. Top down your card is 653 142. 463 try and race 6, $180 even. The 4-6 exactor, $16 even. Upcoming in the 7th and final, bridle changes. 1 Wildcat Jet from closed to open, hood with cups, and 4 No You Didn't Blue Chip from open to closed. There is Superfecta wagering in race 7. There'll be a mandatory payout on the Superfecta. Post time in 8 minutes. Entries coming out of the racetrack for the 7th race. There's the 2 Go With It, Ernie Laughin for Gordy McCabe. Four is No You Didn't Blue Chip on Benil Mouse with Dave Carey at the lines. 5 is I-47 on by Roy Burton. Rodney Gillis will drive. Six is Putnam's New Year, owned and driven by Leslie Parker, co-owner Linda Parker. It's Harry's turn, the 7. Steve Morton owns. Dale Spence will drive. Kenny Parker Jr. owns and drives number 8, Don't Stand in My Way. There's the 3 Mock Believe, leased by Christina Gillis and Cody Softic, Paul Angel driving. Now entering the racetrack is number 1 Wildcat Jet, owned by Stephanie Rich. Todd Treitz will catch drive. Post time for the 7th and final in 5 minutes. Down to 3 minutes. You know the names of 3 more winners in the second chance draw. They are Al McNeil, Helen Landry, and George Wood. Al, Helen, and George, you can claim your prizes in the race office. We're down to 2 minutes. Last call, less than 1 minute. Home Hardware Building Center starting gates now in motion for the 7th. It's post time. Seventh and final, top of the stretch, Wildcat Jet, go with it. Mock Believe, No You Didn't Blue Chip, I-47, Putnam's New Year, it's Harry's turn, and Don't Stand in My Way. They're off and pacing at the rail. Wildcat Jet moving out to grab the early lead. Away second is Go With It. Up at the far outside, that's Putnam's New Year on the limb third. Then racing away in 4 is I-47. Next in line from 5 as they continue into the backstretch is Mock Believe. Then looking at it from 6, No You Didn't Blue Chip. Back there racing in 7, it's Terry's turn. And Don't Stand in My Way is trailing the field. They continue on past the opening quarter, and it's Wildcat Jet dictating the early terms, leading it by a length and a half. In the pocket is Go With It. Racing along second, then pacing in 3. That is Putnam's New Year. Having some problems there and going wide is I-47 as they continue on past the 3/8 and off the top turn. 29 seconds was the opening quarter. They continue off the top turn, and Wildcat Jet going unchallenged on the front end as they approach the halfway point. Getting a perfect journey, Go With It, racing along second. Then looking at it from 3 is Putnam's New Year. First up from 4, here comes Mock Believe. Fifth and following cover, it's Harry's turn to the outside. Then No You Didn't Blue Chip, and moving up on the outside, third over from the back is Don't Stand in My Way. I-47 has pulled up at the back. They continue on past the 5/8 as they race into the backside final time. And Wildcat Jet still the boss as they head to 3/4, the half a minute, 2/5. It's Wildcat Jet and Go With It. They sit 1-2 outside third. That is Mock Believe at the rail and racing in 4 as they continue past the 3/4 is Putnam's New Year. Inside, No You Didn't Blue Chip is moving up into 5. Outside stall is it's Harry's turn in 6. They race now to the 7/8. Wildcat Jet, the one to catch. On the outside now and moving out of the pocket is Go With It. Along the inside, Putnam's New Year slides up into third as they turn for home on the outside. Go With It trying to wrestle the lead away from Wildcat Jet as they straighten out for the stretch drive. 1:30 and 3/4 and taking over. That is Go With It, and Go With It gets up to win it. Wildcat Jet is second, third, Putnam's New Year. Inquiry, the 7th race is on the 5 I-47. The number 5 entry, I-47, pulled up with a broken bit. The broken equipment was suffered after the start. Now back the 7th race winner, number 2, Go With It. 8-year-old gelding by Camluck, owned by Gordy McCabe, trained by Gordy and driven by Ernie Laughlin. Go With It, 201 and 1/5. Gary Saunders, check with the test barn, please. Here's how they finished in the 7th. 1 Wildcat Jet second, 2 Go With It the winner, 3 Mock Believe fourth, 4 No You Didn't Blue Chip fifth, 5 I-47 did not finish, the entry pulling up with a broken bit. 6 Putnam's New Year third, 7 It's Harry's Turn 6, 8 Don't Stand In My Way 7th. Quarter in 29 seconds to half a minute 2/5, 3/4 in 1:30 and 3 in the mile and 2:01 and 1/5. Top down 2:14, 5 did not finish, 3:67. Triactor 216 combination, $235.50. The 2-1 exactor, $22.50. $1 superfecta, 2-1 all returned $11.40. The late double 4-3 combination, $9.10. That concludes the 2018 racing season here at Truro Raceway. Hope you will join us once again when racing resumes in April of 2019. On behalf of management, staff, and horsemen here at Truro Raceway, we'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.